Welcome back, y'all, to Cousin Taku. I'm Joe. There's Quiz, Phil right here. About to watch the Scissor Seven. It's incredible video. Y'all got anything to say?
I'm ready to see what's gonna happen. I'm ready to see what they're gonna talk about.
For real, to be honest. I love Scissor Seven, for real.
Scissor Seven is good. Very good show. I didn't
I
even
can't wait
finish
for the
watching
final.
the last season.
I didn't even
The
watch
recent
the last
season.
season yet. I'm waiting for the last
Exactly.
season to come out. To come out on YouTube. Not because right now it's on YouTube, but I'm waiting for it to come out on Netflix. I meant to say, bro. I'm not trying to read in Korean. I'm trying to get in the mix.
All right, let's get into it.
A few people telling me, yo, Kev, Scissor 7, watch Scissor 7, make a vid on Scissor 7, you need to peep Scissor 7. And I thought nothing of it. I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna watch it eventually. Until I stumbled across this TikTok. I don't even gotta say nothing,
Yeah,
just look.
I seen
He
that too.
just
That's
sheathed
on
that
season
man's
5.
sword mid-scuffle, bro, what?
Oh my
But
goodness.
the problem is, though, I believe that is season 5. So with that being said, I have no plan for this video. I'ma just keep watching until either I get to that point or I get bored. Anyways, off rip, we start off crazy. We see Homeboy take out all these goons, goes back to his employer and just murks him, and doesn't
This
take the
season
money.
5 right
I mean,
here?
if he was gonna kill him anyway,
No,
might
this
as well
season
take
1.
the bread. But that was all a dream. He's not like that.
Oh, that
He's
is
working
true.
a
It is season
respectable
1.
job. But now we see them talking about actually getting into the hitman business. Nah, that wasn't no pulling out book motion. Freaky ass bird. Anyways, he's pretty much getting him ready to go out on the field. Taught him the transformation jutsu, got him on the whole dragon warrior regimen, even got him a getaway driver. We looking good. So good, in fact, we already got our first job. Birdman was like, alright, 7, this is an in and out job. Just cut the bride's hair and dip. I don't know, this is a special day for them. They already paid us 500, I bet. This was almost a flawless mission until he saw their memory slideshow and was like, damn, why don't I have any memories? Birdman heard that and skedaddled. So when 7 was running, he ran into this robot boy thing. But in this timeline, we not rocking the Apple or Android, we rocking the stand. And this robot was made by him. So 7 was like, yo, I heard y'all can recover lost memories. Is that true?
Beep. Fuck out of the way. Is this yours?
Oh yeah, I must have dropped it.
You wear the badge of the ops.
Oh no.
You wear the badge of the ops.
Why are you vandalizing the street?
The fuck you thought this was? Anywho.
So that's when 7 calls forth his
crazy.
scissors. And never in my life would I have thought scissors could be made to look cool. But he somehow did it. Only for a second though, he was out of commission right after. Then this random girl saved him. Or so I thought. She starts questioning him on why he has a badge from the Killers League, but turns out Stan added a self-destruct feature. So later on, he talks to Birdman about finding members of this killer league. He says you don't find them, they find you. Or you work your way up to the top 100 in the killer rankings, then they'll make themselves known. So from this day forward, that was the plan. We'll break into that top 100 while using the barbershop as our cover. So now we see these cats trying to start a war with the dogs. Yeah, I don't know, don't ask me. But they hired 7 to sneak in and poke the big dog's eyes out. But it wasn't gonna work out this easily. This dog was like, hold on, I know a way to prove if he's actually one of us, which is by eating shit.
What?
What?
Nah, that's why. I did too.
You eat it first. Yeah, he aborted that plan with the swiftness. So he goes for the boss and I don't even know what's going on. Like, what am I watching? Whose idea was this? I don't know if they deserve a raise or to be fired because this is nasty but funny at the same time. But anyway, 7 proceeds to get absolutely washed. This dog summons a guitar and try to give us epilepsy. Like, it felt like I got hit with 13 flashbangs. But he didn't stop there. He proceeds to hit 7 with a, hold on, I can give you the exact number.
Hey.
39 hit combo. Unluckily for him though, that just unlocked 7's memories, or at least a little glimpse. Shattered his guitar, but that's about all he had. He got washed after that. But he ends up seeing this old picture and knew exactly what happened. He knew the cat was behind this. Then we get this whole flashback of how they used to be a thing, but the reason why he left is because he realized they can't have kids. So 7 tells him to stop being scary and go tell her what happened. And that's exactly what he did. Serenaded her and all.
Bro, that's how.
No clue what he's saying,
They
but it
couldn't have
sounds
kids
nice. But
because
that's
the
when
cat and the
13 comes
dog.
through trying to kill Matt Bark, which is
Yeah.
when we find out that this is actually 7 in disguise.
cats be
She's
having
number
it.
37 on the killer rankings. We gotta fight to
Bro,
get.
she's 37.
I can't even blame
Dang.
him. I would have done the same thing. What do you mean ranked 37? It's only episode 3. What I look like
Right,
fighting
like,
you this
what?
early? Now she does end up fighting him,
Facts,
but
I
he cuts
mean-
off her mask and Listen, I think we started off on the
Oh
wrong
hell
foot.
no,
How about
not
I
changing
take
the animation.
That's when he pulls out the dual scissor technique, but it
Mika,
amounted
Mika,
to
Mika.
absolutely nothing. She runs in,
Mika,
grips
Maka,
his hands,
Muka.
and
Bro, imagine that happening.
I don't
like,
even know how you
Oh.
still standing after that. I would have been out of commission. Anyways, now she's
Oh,
trying to kill
God,
this
don't
man.
put me
Dashes in. What do y'all
Ooh.
got me watching? Well, she ends up leaving because, you know, I don't think getting jumped by the whole neighborhood is a great experience. But the next thing we see is when he fucked up this lady's head. Like, not gonna lie, bro.
Oh my God.
Someone
Nah,
got
that's
to die.
wild.
Doesn't matter who. For
I
her,
mean,
it's a
he
win-win
is.
situation. If
He
he
getting
dies, she
fired
gets
that
her
day, bro,
revenge.
like-
If she dies, she doesn't have to be seen
It's
with that
his
shit on her
story,
head.
how you
And
gonna
it's
fire
even
the nigga
worse
from
because
his
she
own
didn't even
story.
That
come
is
here
true,
for
you
a cut.
right.
She showed him a pic of who she wants dead, and he just took it upon himself to
Shit,
ruin her
he
life for
should've
the
said
next 2
something,
months.
yeah.
Then
You know
we
you can't
find
go
out
the
the
slow
dude she
niggas
wants dead
and
is a
fuck on the
pure
right.
weirdo. Nigga got caught stealing underwear. Well, no, he gets caught. He ain't quit. He's still doing it. I don't even know how he gets away with it. Everything about this guy is wrong. The crop top, the boxers, I know them socks dirty as shit. Boy, looking like that would have had you under surveillance the second you step foot outside. So Seven's
Yeah,
plan was
that's
to turn
crazy.
himself into underwear, and boy, did he turn into the jolliest man on the planet. As a grown man, your hands have no reason to be in that position. He
Nah,
gets
that's
to the
crazy.
crib and has underwear all over the place, hanged and framed
You
as if
already
they were
know that nigga a
jerseys.
freak,
The man
for
has
real.
ratings for each one too.
I got 12
Yelp
seconds.
reviews for draws is ridiculous, but it doesn't
That's
end
okay,
there.
well.
I think he was feeling a little spicy today. He said, you know what, let me try these on. Now the fact that
Bro,
Seven
y'all
even
don't even
allowed
wanna
it
know
to get
what
that
y'all
close
just
had
saw.
me
That
terrified.
anime right
I don't
there,
even
that
know
was
if he
a
was going to
femboy.
stop it because it took the ladies breaking into the crib to do it. This is when he confesses though that he never stole any underwear, only ever bought them from stores, but she didn't give a damn.
Oh.
And when I tell you I sat up in my seat when they started boxing like this, she dodges the right, he blocks her left with his left, flips over trying to connect the kick, turns that boy into a fidget spinner, but he jumps off the wall, throws his scissors, she stops it, weave, slip, palms his left, dodges the double kick and turned that into a reversal. And just look at the camera work, this
I
joint
just
is
love the
clean.
fight
But then she
system, like,
throws
this
out an
shit, like,
AoE,
the
knocks him
choreography
through the
is
roof, hits him in the
crazy.
gut, one to the face, broke his back, connects with like 8 more hits and proceeds to hit that man with a damn Kamehameha.
Nah, I'm talking about hard after hitting
And
the
I
AP
thought he
combo
hit him with a
and then
solar
flying back
flare,
in
but I
is
quickly
crazy.
realized he flashed him with something else. But there was like 5 flashes. What was he doing? Quick firing that shit? Now this next episode,
Not
not
the
gonna lie, it
Wu-Tang.
caught me by surprise. Pretty much Seven's target was his little girl, right? But they made a deal that before he kills her, they do everything that's on her bucket list. So that's what they did. It ranged from falling through the sky to pissing in her urinal. They were doing anything. And when the time came for all this to end, is when we find out she has cancer. And she was the one who hired Seven to kill her. She'd rather get assassinated than die in a hospital. Now, obviously, he wasn't going to
Make-A-Wish
do it, so he
Foundation
told her
doing
about this
some, like-
doctor. And on first glance, I am not trusting this guy with my life. He put a face
put
on
a
a man's
face-
ass and thought that was photo ready.
Yeah.
That's like waking
Hey,
up in My
yo.
Hero and being a gecko is your quirk. Just kill me at that point. But the next
Oh,
job
God,
he's on
you
is
cracked
killing
me
this
up,
pirate
bro.
captain and stopping them from evading the island. And this show is so stupid. Bro really fake drowned as a fish. This guy goes, oh no, the fish is drowning.
That's crazy.
Brought him inside and that's when
Nah,
Seven
low-key,
confronts
I'll
the
be
captain.
looking
And
at
this
that
show
bitch like,
randomly
what?
gets burst of crazy animation. Like where did this come
that's
from?
funny.
But the captain recognizes who
That
Seven
impact
was.
brain,
We
though.
get a little peek into who he was before this. A while ago, he was
from
doing some
Stan.
type of deal when Seven interrupted
I
it
remember
and
so.
sliced his chest. But he couldn't believe that
Ooh.
this was the same guy, so he said, you know what? You make me take a step, I'll let you go.
Wasn't Seven one of the killers?
You know,
Yeah,
this show
Seven was,
kind
like,
of
the-
gives me
in the
Adventure
top
Time
10.
vibes. Every
think
time
he
I
was,
hear this
like-
ending song, it reminds me of that show.
Like 4 or 6, the top 10. Like,
So the
Seven
next thing
actually,
we
like,
see
really
is pretty
broken.
much the introduction of a character whose name I
Oh, the
will not remember.
bodyguard. Yeah.
Step into Wix Studio,
Yeah, that
the
black dude.
platform for agencies and enterprises, and
Plus
turn
the major.
website layouts into
I'ma
I
just call him
think he's
Steve. All I
from
know about
Bodyguard
Steve
Island,
here is that
right?
his technique is called
Yeah, he do look like
the
Minecraft
indestructible
Steve.
virgin. Yeah, I don't know. But
Right,
later
and they
on,
made the
someone
lips,
randomly sends a damn missile towards them, so homeboy puts himself on the line,
Yeah,
took
that's
the
how you know
blast
he
to save
black.
everyone else. And turns out it was Stan himself. I thought he was trying to kill Seven, but we find out he did that for shits and giggles. He didn't even know who he was until he scanned him. And he has a 100% danger warning, so he ups pole immediately. Not gonna lie, with the hair down like that, he doesn't look like a loser, but them scissors got destroyed. And when it was aimed at him, he got another glimpse at the past. And from the looks of things, he got betrayed by someone. Now back to Stan, he's here because there's some rare ore under the island. I mean, he gives them a warning before trying to destroy the island, but like, damn, bro, at least let them know a few days in advance where they're gonna go in 20 minutes. I mean, Seven and them was already halfway to the next island. But that's when Birdman tells us about the three factions. You got the Stans, which are the tech heads. Then you got Shuang Wu, the fighters, and you got the commoners. But the Stans been at war with Shuang Wu for decades, just so they can prove whose philosophy is right. But now Cat is trying to get in the mix and stood no chance. Mad Bark pulls up trying to give us epilepsy again, but just like Cat, he got washed. Old man pulls up with Blake in hand, but guns don't work 97% of the time. And then we got the whole cast pulling up, but she somehow did the most damage. She gave that man a kiss and he almost had a heart attack. Then that one lady pulls up too, and she was boxing earlier, so she might actually have a chance. You can't have the Straw Hat and Super Saiyan Blue and still get washed. He shoots some crazy beam, she grabs it, and look at the artwork. Shot her back into his shit. He said, I got something for your ass. Shot a damn homie missile, but Granny was moving though. Her plan was to grab on the stand so they died again.
I ain't gonna lie, this animation is very smooth though. It was real good.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was saying. I love the choreography.
But that's when Seven pulled up with a new toy to show off too. He spin moved the lunge, Seven blocked the counter with the hilt, jumps over the slash, and bro, I would have been mad as hell if this was a weekly show. And
that he was
like that,
he was trying to use his sword. This man tried to use his
immediately crumbled. That's when 13 pulls up though. Expose that man. The tiny whiteys under the trench coat is heinous work. Right after, the buff chicken pulls up too. Destroy that man's shield. Now with him getting jumped, he got forced into using his ultimate move. This long ass transformation, but he hits him with, I don't know, lava? Two-piece, dash in, knee to the face, 37 body shots, kicks the arm, spin kicks the back into a 2H, 13 grabs in the same time deflecting the blast. But that boy just upped that shit again, but he isn't the only one with a shield. Oh, that was cute.
Oh my god.
She's lucky Seven pushed.
I'm sick and tired of the ass.
Yeah, bro.
I literally just got hit with one.
Pushed it out the way because that shit was not surviving that. Shorty thought he died, but he really just pulled off a crazy play. Bro turned into a leaf, grabbed Stan, reconstructed his scissors, and just ravished himself. Now Stan does get up, and he said the only reason why he's alive is because he got a gorilla heart installed. But not only is his bird the transportation and Kratos, it seems like he's the healer of the team too. Then we get another peek into his past. There was a mission to kill this girl, but he chose to protect her. So Chief put out a kill order on Seven. Every killer on Earth will be after his head. But the same girl who he was protecting stabbed him. So he destroyed the bridge and washed up on shore. That's how Birdman found him. But I guess it's time for him to lock in. Called over the hill and put that sword back together.
To kill me?
Stan trying to put that shield up, but this has to be one of the hardest things I've seen. He breaks off the blade to get closer, puts it back together in his shield, and sliced his arm off. Stan was like, fine, I got one more trick up my sleeve. Called his robot, but it doesn't even matter.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for
hit with
agencies
another
and
ad.
enterprises.
Me too.
Kick off projects.
Matter, because this dude Seven elongated the sword. I don't even know that's the right term for that shit. But with a single slice, Stan got washed. Quite literally sent that man back to his country. Now, of course, he had a pass, so they can't make him too cool just yet. But whole time, 13 was relaying the footage to her master, and with no hesitation told her to kill him. Now, her master must either be a really nice guy or he's a bitch, cause she straight up ignored him.
Am I muted? What's going on?
Seven was right back at the barbershop. No memories though.
She
you know
knew
we gotta
she
wait
knew
for
not
that
to try
cool
to kill
form
that
again.
man.
But it turns out she really just gave him a grace period. Boom gained his sword and spun back a few days later. And there was this whole sequence of him running for his life, and once again, I don't know how he's still moving. At this point, I'm convinced it's made out of adamantium. Shit's indestructible. But he was like, okay, look, let's do it this way. We both get 3 moves. If I lose, I'll disappear and you'll never see me again.
Fine, and if you win, I'll give your dagger back.
Hell no. I don't care about that shit. If I win, you go to the beach with me. You know? I gotta respect it. He not letting the opportunity pass. But the move she pulled out, the double blades to the side, same time dashing in, I'ma keep it a buck. I had no hope of him dodging any of this, but this entire sequence was crazy. He pops his transformation bomb and she was confused, like, where did he go? She peeps that her blade is somehow over there, so this dude turned into her dagger. This play would have been legendary if it was anyone else, not
way
gonna
too
lie.
OP
But
at
it's
the beginning
this
of the
next
season.
part that really upped the levels. He
Not
peeps
really,
an assassin
like,
lurking in the
he
tree,
equal
so
out,
he brings her in. Look at her.
Oh my
he
gosh,
don't have
what's
all
he
his
doing?
Grabs her
abilities yet.
hair blade, blocks
That
the
is
shuriken,
true.
spun her around, tossed the blade at the girl in the tree. Man, give this a round of applause. Not only is he trying to secure the girl, but he did it swaggy too. Excellent plays. That's when we find out the assassin is actually
You also
13
gotta remember
sisters.
he has muscle memory because he is like.
But then she tells us she's actually from that fighter faction Birdman was talking about. She was sent here to murk the strongest on the island so they can easily take it over. But quickly realized there's multiple people who can hold that title. With that said, her chief put bounties on their head, meaning killers from around the world will be after them. So what you do next is your choice. Do you run away or do you fight?
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
That ad is diabolical work, bro.
Right after, we see that Stan has returned for the ore. When Homegirl runs up, and just so y'all know, she has these powers that can freeze the opposite gender. So she was like, look, take me to see your country, or I'll call 7 to come beat your ass again.
Hey! He took her.
That's wild.
Now, when they get there is when we
That's
find
crazy
out
what he said, I'll
Homegirl's
get my
actually
nigga
a
beat you
failed
up, and then he
experiment.
took her.
14 years ago, they were trying to fuse a DNA of a Stanian and a Superpowerian with the goal of creating an individual with high intelligence and special powers. Those experiments is the reason she has cancer now. All the test subjects died besides her. Her mother being the lead researcher made it easy for her to sneak her away.
What?
Why
The
she look
result
like-
of that
why
was
she
her
look like
becoming
that
a
girl
wanted
from,
criminal.
like, that,
Stan was like, look, that shit the
Motion
doctor
game.
gave you isn't going to save your life, only delaying the inevitable. But if you stay with us, you might have a chance. I believe I can cure you. Now, I honestly thought she
He's
was
gonna
going to
use
take that
her
offer,
for
but
his
she
own
refused.
use.
Just went back
I
home
thought
to
he
hang out
kept
with
back.
7.
He just
and
said
Stan
that
was
she's
confused,
an
saying, why are
experiment.
they so happy?
I kind of envy them.
So later on, someone walks in the shop showing Birdman a video of 7 and Lil Bird taken hostage, sent the location too. So when he gets there, he was immediately greeted by King Pheasant,
yeah,
looking to get his
bro.
revenge. But before
yeah,
that,
the
we gotta
dude
take
who
you
killed
back,
his brother,
back to
ain't it?
where this feud began.
His brother, yeah. That's crazy work, bro. I'll be sick.
That's
So
wild.
before Birdman
Hey,
even
nah, this
met
chicken like that, though.
him, his brother, along
Yeah,
with his son, were
and his
just
brother.
ordinary chickens.
Yo, you
Kinda.
don't find this
They like the only
suspicious?
few chickens who had a fit
Bro
on.
literally
But
put
living
7
here,
in
no
the
matter
same
what
outfit
you do,
his
you're
brother had.
guaranteed to get eaten unless you're a fighter chicken, which is why Bird Bro signed up for the, and I quote, the
That shows
cockfight.
how
So
close
if he
7
lasts
is
15
to
minutes
the
against
dude.
King Pheasant, his
And
son
how
will be
the
raised as a
dude
fighter
close to 7,
chicken
I
rather than food. Damn, frame 1,
Hey,
bell
oh my-
just rang. And doesn't this look a little familiar? Burbro rushes in, twisted his neck to dodge the punch, beak staff for the counter, but he ain't done. He puts his hands behind his back, eats the hit, uses that momentum to take out his eye. Still not done, no airball, breaks the finger and had him balled up. But the fact that he had 3 minutes left just makes what happens next even worse. Pheasant injects himself with whatever it is.
That's
It's
illegal.
not just about saving time, it's
Yeah,
about
he was
This man
expanding what's
take it
possible.
like ref, do something.
This is.
This
got
man was
pressure on him,
cheating.
Bro by his neck
He
and
was
started beating
cheating.
that boy. And I
Oh
thought
my
they was gonna
goodness.
hit us with the classic anime time shit when it's been 30 episodes but only 20 minutes passed. But surprisingly, he actually made it those last 3 minutes. But Pheasant is trying to catch a body. He don't care about that time.
What did he
You
do?
won that fight, brother.
He beat him to
Sadly,
death, even though
we
the time
live in
was
an
already
unfair
over.
world. I promise.
Well, I will.
The-
Ooh,
the
I
fight-
want.
Kill that
The
son
fight,
of
the
a
fight
bitch.
should have been over, but he kept
Hey,
on beating his
take a
brother.
look at this. Not gonna lie, Birdman
It's
was
not
getting
her.
absolutely washed.
Did he
this
really
fight.
do
Like,
that
He didn't
in
throw a
the-
single
Yeah.
punch. Bro just got bounced off the wall into a red hug like it wasn't looking good. But he got right back up and hit him with another one of these. So he kicks him
Yes,
up,
sir.
then knocks him down with a double fist. And even after getting beat senseless, still hit him with it again. Cause his
Bro.
plan worked. He stole that shot he had and used it
Yes,
on
sir.
himself.
Oh, now it's time. I'm a
Come here.
I'm about to crash
Damn,
out.
demon time, huh?
So
Nah,
he
that's
rushes
my
in
trap
with an
eat.
actual red hawk this time,
You
just
wrong.
to get it palmed. My turn. Oh, I
Beat
ain't done
his-
no. Right wing, punch the
beat
spine,
his-
weave, sit your ass down.
beat
He gets back
his-
up though, slip, weave, connects the right hook, and that
my
uppercut
goodness.
changed that boy's
Oh
whole
my
perspective
goodness,
on
check
Dude,
life.
look at his
He ain't never
face.
been
His
hit
head
one
is
of
in
those
his
before.
body.
Double fist to the back, flash step, double elbow to the
That broken
chest,
combo
continue
right
with
now,
the
for
slash
sure.
spin kick combo, threw his whole body into him, connects
my
the left
goodness.
flash step, and
Hit
he
that
just
Sonic
uppercutted
fan
his
on him.
back. That's
Bro, you got
different.
it. He got
But
it. He
the
gotta
best
take him
part
out.
is
He got it.
Birdman proceeds to hit him with the same combo he used on him, but his was upgraded. This one came with a finisher at the end. But killing Pheasant was only a part of what he's really after, to end these chicken fights. He throws him towards the boss. Pheasant gets shot, and that was the perfect bait to get up close. Held that man by his, I wouldn't call that a neck. That's like
Yeah,
an
already
extended
know.
chest. Held that man by his chest
Is
and
he about
told
to
him
snap
to
his
free all
neck?
the chickens.
He
And
talking
that's
about hell that man by
exactly
his
what he
chest.
did.
Free all
Oh,
the
and if you thought he was just gonna let you go,
Yo,
you were
it's
dead wrong.
tired niggas fighting.
Only reason you living cause Lil Bird was here. Now that brings us back to the present.
Oh, Lil
Dribbling
Bird, was
this
that his
dude
son?
like a basketball. He
No,
then
that's
goes
his
on
brother's
to
son.
explain how he got
Oh.
experimented on by Stan and became
You got
Robot
Spider-Man on
Chicken.
too?
Like damn near word for word,
I
bar
mean,
for bar. You
damn,
can't tell me
kidnapping
otherwise.
niggas and
But he must.
and all. They don't
Planet
care,
Fitness.
bro.
We're all
Why
strong
you
on
think
this
the
planet.
fighters be fighting those niggas on site? It's
If
just
the
on site.
Birdman was lacking or something,
Fighters don't
tossed
want that
him
to
up,
stop
thought he hurt
them
him with
from
that cannon, but
kidnapping
he ate that. Goes under Pheasant, slashes his chest. Or so we thought. This dude is cheating again. Bro programmed Siri with a Sharingan. He rolls around, grabs the legs, and slammed that boy. Thought it was free ease, but he shoots off his own arm, brings it back in and rocked him. And unfortunately, that's when he lost his form. He said, look, I'm the one you want. Kill me and let them go.
Hey, pussy.
Huh?
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
just
never-
finish
it's
this
never
man,
good.
bro.
Weave just hit
Oh,
him with
hold
the
on.
same combo he did all those years ago, but he did not like that one bit. He dashes in, backstep,
his brother
slip,
never-
back
never
foot out the
remembered
way, and
this.
who is
Yeah.
he feeling like? Not gonna lie, they got me with that one too. I don't know why, but I truly thought Bird Bro came back.
Yo,
Also, them
now
people
that I know
stand
that,
had to set
you
up,
was
'cause
right.
you
He
telling
did
me
put
Bird
Exactly.
Bro shuts
and his brother
everything down,
fit.
I'd be heated. But
Exactly.
enough of all
Like
that, we
the
got more
that
important
same
matters.
fit he
His
gave
date
No, that's why
night.
that
I
bird's so
fit it up
attached
for
to
the occasion,
Seven,
too.
though, because he reminded him of his brother.
Should have known. It was too
Right.
good to be true. Done poison my boy.
What are you doing out
Steve, my dog. Am I glad to see you? But she is too. This guy's on the bounty list.
Guess I just have a thing for tough guys with buzz cuts. Pentagon.
Ew, bitch,
She's about to off, bro.
the indestructible virgin.
Thanks.
They started boxing, but Seven was smacked. Bro was seeing, smells, hearing colors. He's on a whole different planet. So he started doing something. All I know is that it unhide him. That's when Granny pulls up and she was like, ugh. She dressed like a thought. Does she even know what's going on? I don't think she knew she was an assassin. All it took was the sight of her fit to up
Yeah,
a
her
whole Kamehameha.
jutsu.
And she was like, oh
Yeah,
damn,
okay, slap.
you're from the Heaven Lily clan. But Granny didn't give a damn. She wanted her dead. Now
R.I.P.,
13
man.
posted to
R.I.P.
save her
MK
sister, but
Slap, man.
Granny still wanted
What you
smoke.
mean he
She
ain't
said,
dead?
oh good, a
Yes,
2
he
for 1
is.
special.
No, he died.
They said he was dead.
When?
MK Slat is dead. What you mean?
No, he's not, bro.
Yes, he
He's
is.
alive, bro. He's
No,
not
bro,
dead.
he is
And he
dead.
dead started singing,
Bruh,
had a whole
hold
solo
on.
act. But
MK
all that
Slat is
matters
dead.
that it worked.
Hold
and
up,
I
bro.
truly don't know why she proceeds to strip
MK
him
Slat
and then
passed
fly
away months
But she
ago.
meets up with his sister and turns
Wow.
out she's been gone for years. She says she hates their clan and
Wow,
hates what
bro.
father has turned her into. I hate him too. I'll defeat him. They got ran up on by somebody.
Oh,
I'm
he
going
not
to
here.
assume they got washed. Now, this next
Yes,
part
he
takes place a
is.
couple years
Bro,
ago.
no, he not,
We see
bro.
this guy
Bro,
who decided
MK
to demolish this beast because it definitely wasn't a fight, just for a new coat. Huh?
MK Slat is
Listen,
dead.
I'm not looking for a fight. I came when
At least
news
that's what I
for
heard.
you're dead.
Ooh.
Wait, what? He's not. So that was a hoax?
Hold on, we'll play that real.
I told you, bro.
Bro,
I know I wasn't tripping, bro.
everybody was going around saying he was dead for some reason.
No, bro, he had not died,
It's
bro.
not just about saving time, it's
It
about
would have been
expanding
bigger
what's
if
possible.
he really did.
We are Studio Merge,
Bro.
a creative studio based in Porto, Portugal.
I don't
I
know
gotta
why.
rewatch this, bro. This look fire,
Threw
right?
the swords up
That's what I'm
before
saying. I
slashing
need to
him
watch the
down.
new
That
season.
was tough. And used his
For real.
own blood to scratch his name
Yo,
off the list.
using
Nah.
your
And he
enemy's
did that
blood
like
to
3
wipe
more
their
times.
name off.
Nigga, is that
It's
Sasuke?
crazy.
Well, he did all that to join the Shadow Killers. Then a year later, we see a 15-year-old boy join them, which we obviously know is Seven. Then later, another member pulled up on him, saying how Seven never completed a mission, but is somehow a shadow killer. Y'all know where this is going. They're by the box. Dodge that weak ass slash. Not even phased, bro. Just trying to get home. Weave, slip,
Well, like, their fits
blocks
is hard.
both strikes, jumps over the third,
Oh,
flies the
God.
overhead, protects the side.
I love
weave.
Seven
Yeah,
Fit,
go ahead
bro.
and grab
I don't
that
like the
one.
hoodie,
But
though,
he
man.
turned
I
that
think
into an attack.
Bro,
for
the
Seven
hoodie's
defense
tough.
The hoodie
against
decent.
him.
It's
That
decent.
hoodie
Rocks
is,
ain't
man.
That
gonna do
hoodie
shit, so that
tough
boy
as
hits
hell,
the
bro.
jets.
You're
Sweet
tripping.
kick gets dodged. Now we getting up close and personal with it. He blocks the first 4 strikes, weaves the kick, runs away just so he can pose on his ass. Keep in mind, he hasn't
Ooh.
even drawn his sword yet, but Red 2 dodges the counter, try to land one of his own. Back up close with it, weave, blocks the left, ducks the roundhouse, stops the kick.
Tell
hit
you
It
a
look like
he's
it's
single
going
on your
slow for
level.
y'all.
a couple clashes right here, he gonna get some space.
Oh,
but
he's slowing
this
it
is when
down,
Seven
never
was
mind.
like, all right, bro, you
Yeah.
pissing me off. Weave the right, saw straight through that kick, finally draws the sword and stabs the gut. On a normal
Bruh,
person,
oh my
that would have
God.
been it, but this dude goes into the sword. Actually got a reaction out of Seven, but then he goes right back to being nonchalant. Though that sword wasn't strong enough to stop Red 2's attack. Now, this dude was watching the whole time and he was like, damn, I don't think even I could have escaped that bite. So he drops down to stop the fight, and he tells Seven
Also,
that he
7
could
is
have won
10.
if he had a better dagger. So he tells him about the 1000 demon dagger, which is guarded by the
Oh,
Millennium
shoot.
Cargo demon. And that's when it cuts off.
Is that
We
why I
have
won't
no
call?
clue how that encounter went. Whether he fought
Facts.
the guy
Bro
that
don't
made
look
a
like,
deal for
hey,
the
bro look
dagger,
like
we don't
he
know.
like
Anyways,
that.
back to the present.
That's what I'm saying.
Granny
How
was
did he
just
get
chilling,
that
eating her
sword?
food
That's
and
the real
whatnot,
question.
when
Unless
she
he gave it
sensed
to
the
him.
presence
I don't
of Red
remember.
2 for
I
himself.
honestly don't
Bro, you
remember.
We
see
find
how-
out these two
you
have
see
some
how
history.
tough Seven is,
Red
bro.
2
You know
used
he
to
had a
be a
bot for
Heaven
that.
Lily just like Granny.
Oh my
The
God.
power difference between these two is quite noticeable. Like the aura itself
Look
should
at the
be
aura.
Why these
exponentially
niggas
enough.
got?
Look at
Hold
the
on,
Why these niggas
aura.
got keys?
Mr. Right flips
Why
over
do
the key
these niggas
blast,
got
weave,
keys?
and I don't know why he's feeling himself. You're fighting a senior citizen. Blocks the kick with the knee, stops
Bro,
the palm with the
in anime,
forearm,
it doesn't
dodges
matter
the
if you're a
lunge.
senior
The
citizen
second
or
dodge
not,
was
you
a
still
little
getting to
sassy,
work.
but we gonna let that slide.
On
And Granny
God,
was
like, you gotta
flabbergasted
box
before
like a
he
young
even
nigga
threw
if
out the
you're
counter.
old.
Blocked both slashes but didn't see the kick. Recovered with a key
Ooh.
blast that we shit on.
Oh my goodness. Right in front of his
Dang,
When
stand.
Seven laid eyes on
That's
him,
crazy,
the flashbacks
bro.
came through.
I could've
But the
lived in no
reason
anime,
Red
bro.
Tooth
See
pulled
yourself
up
like that,
is
I'm
for
like,
Granny
alright.
to remove his white lily seal, which of course she's not gonna do. Damn, ripped her whole
Dang,
face. And he
literally.
was gonna take a mean bite until the
Mar-
indestructible version pulled up.
Martyr
Bro
him?
was using him as a sword, had a whole Street Fighter match. It was looking good until he poked his belly button. Was taking all his life force,
They
so
took a big ass chunk out of bro.
but his aura alone was enough to
Nah,
stop his scissors.
thanks.
And he was entering his
That
bloodlust
nigga's
mode. So Granny was
really
like, look,
willing to
I
just
gotta
bite niggas,
perform the
bro.
ultimate Heaven Lily move, the White Lily Blossom. And in order for the move to work, I gotta kiss a man.
Get some what?
Hey yo, you gotta
He
kiss a
knows she had
man.
a sauce in him
Oh.
the same way he did her. And this is supposed to be her prime, I'm assuming. Damn, you aged terribly. Cause Red Tooth said
Oh,
the last
God.
time they saw each other was 10 years ago. You went from this to this in
Wait, you
10
went from
years.
that to that to 10?
Anyways, backstep,
I mean, she not even
weave,
50.
backflip for
She
the
just
sauce
bad in
points.
her
Hit a
40s.
spin move on your ass. Eyes are
Thanks.
closed, by the way. Blocks the right, counters with the left, force pushed them away. Air balls three.
Step into Wig
Oh
Studio.
my gosh, you got
the
ultra
platform
Man,
for
I gotta add
agencies
this
and
one is getting
enterprises.
good, man.
I
Kick off
did too.
projects
I
in
think we
four
all
spaces.
getting them at this.
Times checks the jaw.
There's another one like a minute
She
or 2
not
minutes
done though.
ahead
Hit
from
him
this
with the
one, too.
Kamehameha no jutsu.
Oh my god, he's on Naruto and Dragon Ball Z.
Then we get this
And
flashback of
Luffy.
how they
He
used to
really
have a
the big
thing for
3
each
in
other.
one.
But
Hey, you know you getting your
relationships
ass
were
beat
not
when you got
allowed.
flashbacks.
He wanted to
You
leave
got
her,
flashbacks,
Hey,
you
start
get
a
oh
new life
God.
somewhere else.
You know
But
those
she
niggas
couldn't.
getting-
She's the heir to the Heaven Lily clan. So this man decides to make a deal with a demon, pulled up and raised havoc.
what?
And I
Oh
guess
my
the power
goodness.
was too much or something. Just know that it was severe enough that Granny needed to save him. But if she does, she'll be cast out along with him. And we know the option she chose.
But
we're back to the present.
Like,
Neo tribe.
Dang, so she chose to save this man.
Now with him resisting, he would have died, but a win is a win. At least until she stopped it. She said she wants to help him, but talk no jutsu isn't gonna work on this guy. For some reason, he goes after the other guys. Granny stops it though.
Dang, this man trying to catch bodies.
Takes a bite.
Bro is taking chunks out of people, yo.
Yo, Rev, this
like guy said, when that hair goes down is GG's. This time though, he's aware of what's happening. Talking to his old self, saying he doesn't want to be a killer anymore. But that's impossible. You cannot escape your destiny. Let me take over, and you'll never lose again.
All them bodies.
He realized he ain't messing with just anybody. This dude pulls up and his entrances are always fire without fail. He gives Seven his sword and makes a barrier so no one will see that two shadow killers are fighting. Emotion weakens you. Take the dagger and become a true shadow.
Hey, bro came through just then.
This gotta be some hybrid version of using the sword and the scissors. Double clash, send the scissors. Leave a couple clashes.
Scissors that man. He is that.
So what? Are those two not supposed to be fighting?
Dodges the slash, breaks the blade, sends the scissors back around, repairs the blade at the same time. That was a crazy sequence, but he still ain't done. Just dusting the rust off.
Wait, Seven's a shadow?
Yeah, that's so bad.
Seven like rank 4 or 6.
That was all Seven had.
Like one
the
rank
last of his power.
I thought we were talking about the killers.
Takes the win here.
Is that their name they go by? That's the name they go by?
Yeah, they go by their number.
What the?
Damn.
Hey, yo. This man's sneaking.
Yeah, bad though.
That's easy, my friend. So yeah, he's gonna say Seven was the one who killed him, meaning more killers will be.
Why is he helping Seven?
And he knows
Fact, Seven don't need your help
to save his friend.
Like, why is he helping?
Someone better tell me where this famous barber is.
He just said, "I killed you." He like, "What you gonna tell the leader?" He like, "I'm not gonna tell the leader nothing."
Spread the word. The leader will die by my hand. Now get the fuck off the block. You know who I am.
The fact that he let him pump aura, crazy.
Death will follow wherever you go. That is your destiny, your burden. Go to Shuang Wu, find the eagle statue. Then I'll help you remember. Suspend all missions. You're not to do shit until that motherfucker is dealt with. Okay, I think the story's starting to pick up a little bit. The funny part is though, dude went to the wrong island, but it's not all bad.
Why he got that
dusty ass
fit back on?
Man, boy.
That would have.
So I was on the island.
He got drugged too. Couldn't even leave. So turns out there's this guy called the Ugly Master, and if you kill him, everyone will be turned back to normal. And the reason why they're kidnapping people is to force them to have
live on an
babies
island
with
that
them, just for the chance
ugly?
of the next generation not being completely chopped. Not gonna lie, this island needs to be purged. This is the same thing that started a zombie apocalypse. And crazy part is, Birdman got caught up too. He was chasing after Seven and tried to go on a little side quest real quick. But with Birdman here, he can turn himself into a guitar for Cat Guy. And for context, there was a whole episode with Cat Guy. All you need to know is that with a guitar, he can shoot projectiles or even put someone in a genjutsu. So they get there and Cat Guy gets immediately turned chopped.
Crazy,
but not
his
only
power
are
is
you now
pretty
ugly, but now you're forced to follow Master Chop's orders. This gotta be one of the most stressful fights in history, but good thing Birdman stays strapped. Good shit, man. Now free me.
Dang.
It's not just about saving time, it's about expanding.
This man said free me.
Nigga, why are you shooting him, period, to get rope off?
Honestly, after seeing his story, I can't be mad anymore. He's talking to a girl and she wants to link, right? The guy takes a pic but leaves his face out. It's usually the other way around. And she got scared, bro. Worst part is, after the date, she goes on the bus and he was like, "Oh, let me text her, had a good time real quick." Wow. Couldn't even make it to the next street before blocking. Not gonna lie, bro. After that experience,
you got blocked that
I
quick.
fully agree with his actions. I would have done the same shit.
You already know.
The entire world chopped.
You already know. I would
have
to turn that bus upside down, bro.
Like, let's be honest.
There ain't nothing like getting blocked, bro.
We're all chopped, and I just want
to.
It's like, dang.
Immediately after a date is crazy work, bro.
Okay to be chopped.
You didn't even give it a day before you blocked
But
me.
it just gets worse. Bro was really crying, running after the bus. The dude ugly cries by default. This is just sad. Crazy part is, the way you reverse the curse is by kissing, and not a single soul found that out. So any relationships were immediately put on pause the moment they turned chopped. Anyways, there was one more island they went to, the Superpower Island. And I don't remember if I mentioned this guy, he showed up in a few episodes. Just know, he's like that. In any case, Stan pulls up, along with Homegirl. The first time she went with Stan, she learned about the whole she was an experiment thing and how she was originally from this island, which is why she wanted to come here. But then these kids started attacking and not gonna lie, Stan would be way cooler if he kept his damn clothes on. Because what he be doing be clean. He dodges everything, blitzed behind the dude, popped his friends, gut checked them into a 10-piece, then command throws them to his friends, grabs them all and slams them down, bro. What? If only he just put some hands on. But he wasn't stopping there.
Children
off the map until
he beating children.
Stan was like, why are y'all even fighting me? And I'm surprised he even had the nerve to ask that, because right after, we find out that every year they take kids from this island to experiment on. Most don't come back, but the ones that do don't live long. Not gonna lie, for a smart guy, that was a dumbass question. He goes on to explain how they need people with superpowers for research.
This man is trafficking
and there needs to be sacrifice to progress humankind.
They said, why y'all crashing out?
Nigga, we do. Same way we experiment on yours, we do our own. Like I said, sacrifice. That's when Seven makes himself known. And Stan was like, nah, fuck that. I'll move out the way. Me and him got some unfinished business. But the kid said there ain't no ones, but got hit with a mean reversal.
Well, me and my friends, we had
kid was in the field to save you.
We not leaving
so now he's performing combo attacks. That team chemistry is phenomenal. Gotta give him credit. Even hit him with Gear 3. That was great teamwork. But not gonna lie, Stan is simply like that. Proceeds to hit him with a superpower EMP, and now they can't control their powers.
Dang.
Oh my God.
Bro, and that boy Stan was pissed. I told y'all this guy was like
why you went for the black one?
We're gonna talk about how easily this man just ran up and just grabbed his hand.
They took her to the city to save her.
Nah, for real. Damn.
They died painfully. How can we not hate you?
Facts, like you done took all my friends. You done.
Experiment on those niggas and then the ones that you bring back have
really
cancer
like how
too. So like, what you mean?
It's not just a straight up comedy.
Nigga, no, you're a villain.
Right now. But sadly, as we know, Homegirl has cancer, meaning her body's ability to heal itself is weak. She's not healing as fast as they hoped. The best they can do right now is keep her alive. And that's where they need Seven's help, to go to this country and find something called the Black Jade Healing Paste. And maybe then they can save her. But Stan said he'll go get it. He can get there faster. And she immediately lost hope. They are not gonna fuck with Stan. But luckily, Cheap said he has some at his home.
We not about to help this man.
Nobody mess with Stan, bro.
We about to help this man after all the stuff he done did.
He kidnapped people, children from different islands.
Already, Cheap's home is on the island Seven was set out to go to. And he'd rather go by himself than put any of his friends in danger. And when he gets to that statue he was told to go to, he was greeted by 13 who was under orders to stab Seven with his dagger.
Handle every part of your build.
Another ad.
Bro, why they keep on putting him back in his fit and then he takes it right back off, bro? Keep the fit on, bro.
Remember. Yo, 13, look, I got you some healing paste. Just gonna return the healing paste, that's all.
Huh?
Nah, not just bro, just chilling.
Then this one dude comes out of the darkness, the one who was known as a sorcerer who can see the future, and he foresaw Seven causing the destruction of this island.
What?
Ross said shit again.
The dagger kicked in.
There ain't no reason gone.
So that's the side you chose. You will soon meet death. But not gonna lie, she got lucky.
Wait,
Seven was acting a little strange, not like himself. So he was like, oh, I see. You use that blade. It turns his victims into a mindless monster. I'll end this quick.
Oh my God.
But even
dang,
planetary devastation.
How do you escape that? Like,
You don't. That's like a ult.
He still find a way to save
Got
13,
hit
but that
without
was about
that.
the last of his humanity he had left. He ran off into the woods,
Exactly,
and the
man,
word
she
he
just
shot out was
girl,
pretty
man.
much an invitation to get jumped. The first to pull up, not gonna lie, he was saucy. Look at the handles. Bro was moving. Then this dude pulls up and they got Hanzo in the back, and that bounty must have been unfathomable numbers for them to be working together. Deadass got combo attacks. Now he does get away for a little bit, got a little grace period, until this dude came in and started glazing. Like, bro, if you trying to kill me, don't glaze beforehand. That's just weird. And he was like, oh, you remember that one day you killed like 1,000 niggas and just walked right past me? You remember that? No, I don't, bro. Why would I remember you? Thank you, 13.
Why would I remember you if I walked
The
past
effects
you?
of the dagger is still at work, but I guess he's able to fight it off for now. Though his memories are beginning to blur, starting to forget faces. You know, 13 kept him company, but that boy dipped in the middle of the night. Now, this guy, I'm trying to figure him out, because obviously he doesn't want 7 dead. He could have been done that.
But that's the
now,
only
the
other
obvious
outfit
route
he
would
know,
be that
like
he wants 7
casual,
to kill the leader, so he
Yeah,
can become
but
the new
still.
one. But we'll see.
Like, he
At
should
this
keep his
point,
regular
though, I
And the
think he reached
hairstyle,
his limit.
too.
Who is
And the
this girl
hairstyle.
walking up? No idea.
His
All I know is that
assassin
she got a
fit
thing
is
for the
made
dude.
for combat. Like,
What did you get into now? My love.
Or so I thought.
No
Love is allowing this shit. And this dude was like, oh, you've gone soft.
What?
No, nigga, I've gone drugged, beaten, and jumped. It's not the same thing. 13 pulls up, but this so-called love was
I don't
already
remember
on that.
why,
Not gonna lie,
where my
whatever
rank
she's
was.
doing,
I
this
don't
little
remember none
movement
of
tech
that.
she got
Like,
going on is saucy. But she was like, it's cool though, cause I got him now. And not gonna lie, y'all are so corny. No way this wasn't planned. Yo, go hide in the trees and I'll tell you when to come out, stupid ass. Oh shit, you know what?
oh my
I
god.
apologize. I didn't think you was gonna be on this type of timing. So he drags her into the woods. 7's about to go after them, but the effects starting to kick in way more. Meanwhile, 13 is fighting for her life right now. This is like fighting Batman in the dark. You can't really do anything unless you're Bane, but that's a whole different convo. But she gets back to 7 and instantly said, hell nah, I ain't fighting no more. Called her a bird and tried to dead. I'm surprised they even allowed her to do that. Imagine thinking you
white
got
flag,
away,
man. I
and then you
surrender,
see
bro.
this.
Just let me
Terrifying.
please.
I wouldn't even know how to feel at this point, because the slim
I'm
chance
like,
that she does
let
beat
me
this guy,
know.
there's 2 more spectators that can jump in at any time, and we already know the power difference. They made that clear.
And they do not like
the
one.
only one I'm confident she can beat is this guy, because like, just look at him. Bro has no
Look at this
coordination to
man.
his fit. He don't know what he want to be. Honestly, the flip flop should tell you everything you need to know.
I don't know.
But
He
we're
might
not
be
down
like
now
that.
yet.
He could be like that.
Niggas that flip flops in anime is always deadly, bro.
Tremendous.
Look at Luffy.
At Planet Fitness, there's a number of ways to get strong,
I'm tired
and they
of
all add up
these
to one
ads.
membership. The Planet Fitness
13 just getting started. And look at the maneuvers. Yo, I didn't even peep she had one eye. That is tough. Yo, the animators had to give food on the table that night. She throws her blades to use as platforms, call them back, and look at the play. Beautiful work making the whips useless. But not gonna lie, this dude just started cheating, because like, what is this? But it doesn't matter. You going against Shaq and Kobe. The blades broke? Oh well, don't need them anyway. 7 got it covered. Man, give that a round of applause. That was an excellent play, but it didn't last long though.
Oh my.
Boy, you is some ass. But he cuts the hand, freeing 13, jumps off his body to dodge the beam, but this dude is on his ass. Grabs his
That boy
hand,
going
using
crazy.
the Broly
Oh my
tree,
goodness.
with the slash, going for another beam, but 7 throws his sword into his abyss.
There's
I
no
don't know
way.
what I was
He's
expecting,
done.
but
And
it
then
wasn't that.
and then
All
pulled
that
it-
did
all
was
the
get him
blades out,
excited.
bro.
Yo, I hate these freaky ass characters, bro. They would lose all
This
their
man
limbs and
smiling
still be
from
laughing.
that,
But
like,
7
bro.
proceeds to get
Yeah,
dragged
any
again.
nigga
2
that's
times,
smile
one fight is
phone getting their
diabolical.
whole body
He
just
gets up,
violated
blocks
is
the right,
crazy.
parries the follow-up, gets pushed back, runs back in, clashes a couple times, actually gets a good hit, and of course, I know he's annoying to fight, but the dude
Oh my
breaks the
God.
shoulder and that shit is done for. That's when we learn his weakness. The most sorriest weakness of all time. The dude is allergic to sunlight. So he drops the blade in the other hand, somehow slashes him back. You can't tell me that dude didn't just decimate your shoulder. He runs back in, flash steps behind him, and to be honest, I don't know how this plan worked.
That was smart.
Where did the sun come from? He literally didn't move. Did you just bribe Helios or some shit? Well, he used that chance to knock him out the woods, and I guess the sun only hurts if he looks directly at it. And I guess that just answered my question, but now he's trying to go into a new form. But Seven had to make sure he knew this is not Dragon Ball. Take that damn blindfold off. Hold on, this arm's a little uncomfortable. Why is he so
handle every part of your build?
Bro, you gonna have to carry multiple blindfolds, bro. There's no way.
Wait till we get to the good part.
He's so slow because it look cool, bitch. Yeah. But he's not done. Seven would have had 2 holes in his head if it wasn't for this OP sword. What did it do, you may ask?
The sword
that nigga would have been
him, I guess. I don't know.
Bro, that dude healing ability saved him. That nigga would have died 8 different times to 7.
Duck the stab, misses the strike, deflects the arm. Redhead flash steps the palm strike. Great
she doing this for, she's looking out of one eye right now.
Hair, but it's no good. Grabs the arm, ass off me. Redhead dodges the 2-piece, spin backs with projectiles. Good block out of 13. What I don't understand is why 13 decides to just stand there while Redhead is placing gas around her. It's not like it had a big radius for her to move out the way. If she continues to breathe it in, she'll eventually pass out. But if you thought the bros was just going to let 7 go, you are mistaken.
Yes, sir. I forgot that little nigga name.
All air balls, but it's good though. Yeah. He tells everyone to dip while he handles this. She shot these needles, and that transformation jutsu is an OP move. He gotta gatekeep that shit forever. Now Lil Bird gets stopped by the guy with the worst fit all show, and frankly gets bodied.
I forget Lil
Bird. He was getting ready to take out 7, but then this guy pulls up. And for context, he was in earlier episodes. He saved 7 once from these same warriors, saw his killer badge, and was like, oh shit. That's the guy who killed my master. I can't tell if he's purely out for revenge or just wants answers, but we're probably gonna find out right now. So Birdman pulls up, they get right up on out of there. But this dude starts earthbending, and not gonna lie, I still hate your fit, but that was
my goodness,
cool.
man, just hopping,
bro.
He just hopping
the rubble to get up to them and proceeds to tickle.
I just do jumping on rubble to get.
If it works,
tickling
so
my
they
feet
lose
is
him,
crazy.
but ain't no way y'all left 13. Or did she just get lost? Because I swear she ran in the same direction as Lil Bird. But either way, she's at Redhead's mercy.
Step into Wix Studio,
the
web platform for agencies and enterprises.
Then we cut to 7 back on the other island getting treated when... Hello? Let 7 know. White Fox is waiting on Chicken Island. If he doesn't come back, I will kill.
Sorry, your telephone bill is overdue. I recommend getting a job, broke-ass nigga. Your service will be limited until further notice.
What?
Thank you.
No, that's wild.
Did he block him mid-call?
If you don't come back to Chicken Island, I will kill everyone. Damn, man, I can't lie. I'm a little jealous. We're both shadow killers. How come you got to live such a good life? All right, then.
Hey, yo, there was 2 kids playing right there. There's 2 kids playing on the beach.
You don't care. He already said he was going to kill everybody, bro.
This man didn't even give him time. That one.
Bro, I thought bro was a good guy to bro.
And now we see Granny paint
he gonna hold the picture
she has, just so she can save Red Tooth, which I mean, he better be on our side after this. Crazy part is he took her money just to tell her he can't help. So she ends up taking him back to the heavenly sect.
My money back.
He really tried to seduce the master.
He's just trying to get a free pass. It's gotta be. That little boy sucks at Kung Fu.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's not my fault that the leader want to hit.
Not gonna lie,
I ain't gonna lie. They be having some sad back. Them villains be having some sad backstories. I can understand why they do what they do. I can understand why this man did what he did.
That's why I say every villain backstory got a reason why they came like that.
Betrayed all
Yeah, because villains aren't born; they're made.
I'm the one who fell in love with him.
Like, bro, this man. Y'all the reason why he did it. You the reason. The master. You didn't protect him. You didn't make sure he was okay.
That's why she got to get her punishment. you willing to take it, she like go ahead and punish him, bro. Bro, why is you punishing her? It's crazy work, bro.
Right, this is your fault. This is the other kid's fault.
As you can tell, this is why Granny looks so old. We know Master Lily didn't want to do it to her, but can't
That's
make
why
exceptions.
she looked old. When they only been 10 years. They go 30, but you made her look 60. That's my punishment. Man, I would have crashed out, bro. I would have threw a force field and flew up there and what that old lady said. Hey, so I'll be sick too.
Not long after that, the Master Lily died. The Heaven Lily sect was never the same. Eventually, everyone just left. But the reason she's here now should throw him in the pool where he made that deal. I assume she kissed him is why she looks young again, but she was like, look, I can help kill the demon if you just work with me.
Oh, okay, so if you kiss on the island,
this wasn't forced on me.
You go back.
I let him take over.
You
so
can unlock
why would I want him dead? Dragged her over there, she slides under the slash, weaves the kick, puts that boy on his ass, chucks him into the wall, but this freak of nature starts running inside the walls.
Exactly.
Through the roof, she dodges the range attack, a few more dodges
bro, I just saved your life,
bro. Ducks the high, twirl the up slash, steps on the chain.
Will always be 10 times better than power.
That was a mean elbow, but he loops back around.
So you can clearly tell that he's stronger than he is.
5 pillars and stop it. Don't start to feel bad, because that's how they always lose. She blocks all the slashes, and this is a perfect example on why skill beats power. Just look how she wrapped his hands in the chains. What about his legs? Oh, don't worry, we got that covered. What about his bite? Isn't that a problem? Not at all. Heel to the skull, elbow to the temple, check the jaw. Hold up, let me set up this combo real quick. 2H. I ain't want to have to do this to you, but done entered the avatar state. She just wanted to let you know
alright, you got it. You got it. You got it.
And
you got
it. Pay that mercy was slashing the
bro.
Then the
about
dude
to
just starts trolling. He was like, wait, don't you gotta
really
kiss a man to get that form? I don't see no one else around here. I don't think we got much time. You gotta help. Oh shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
But no need to worry, because Stan was already on his way.
Okay, so why is Stan stopping him now? Like, is Stan a good guy, a bad guy? What is it?
He kind of neutral, more bad than good.
Murdered more people than he did.
But
that's a
it's
cool
because
attack.
they asked
Too
him
bad
to
you
say.
missed. And the only reason why he lived is because Homegirl said he cheated. Said his suit was on low battery, y'all should rematch tomorrow. And that's exactly what he did. But long story short, Stan cannot hold that man. And that's when he starts jumping this man. These two pull up and immediately got washed. But I was like, good shit, dodge that attack though.
Yeah, that's the dude who got a switch in his sword, ain't it?
That's more like you. Just sit there and be a good spectator.
I don't care if you die. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Bro. Oh my god. Then you gonna let him slap you?
Studio, the web platform
he didn't even punch.
Agencies and enterprises.
This Ruru could have hit like an 87 different combo on him.
Part is he does it again. Slapped him so hard it had a vortex, and just look at this. This is actually bullying. But the others finally join in and look at the play. Bro. They fumbled, so he throws the sword. His shit got a switch on it, by the way. He comes back from the other side with a clean hit. Now, it did absolutely nothing, but he's the only one who landed a hit. It's got to count for something. That's when Red Tooth pulled up, saying he made a deal with Granny. He deflects it, countering with his own attack.
Where's these niggas learning how to shoot key blasters?
Yeah,
I don't know, but they like that though.
Seal he had on him. But whether he won that fight or not, we don't know. Cause they ended it right there. But we see Seven again, and the doctor was like, look, you got 3 toxins in your body. First is the poison Redhead used that puts the target to sleep as well as weakens them. The second is from the dagger. That one puts you in uncontrolled rage. And the third is called Drunken Dreams. This one causes memory loss. But this poison been in his body for so long and never was fully absorbed. And the only way to get it out is by someone with powerful chi. So he has a little chat with bro. And Seven was like, even if you forget the past, it doesn't erase it. It'll always come back to haunt you. Maybe I can end it for good if I confront the past directly. So he sends chi into Seven, which should overpower the poison, giving him his memories back.
Oh, we get 7 memories back. That nigga gonna be a dog for real.
I have something more important to report.
Well, I'll be hurt. Like, if I got
wants to
mirrors back and I
assassinate
found out all the stuff I done did, like, bro.
Me.
Like, oh, I
damn,
did
I
that.
didn't
I
think
was
you were
him.
like that. He was like, yeah, I know your weakness. You ain't shit when you by yourself. He goes for it but made a grave miscalculation. He didn't think the girl he had by his side was like that. Honestly, I don't know why you thought that. The theme of the group is killing. Why would she be an exception? He blocks it, she flashes back in, dodges the attack, gave him no rest time, knocks the blade out of his hand, ducks the slash, weaves and counters the follow-up, tries to do it again. Predictable. He calls his blade back mid-scuffle. She weaves all that shit, and I like how they did this little part right here. That was nice. Slip your ass back. And when someone has super speed, you know they're gonna hit this move right here. All that running around just to stop it with his aura.
For no reason.
He sends the blade, good dodge, but we still on that. And
oh my god!
That too, he was like, "Alright, you pissing me off." Went to the
niggas
leader
using
and just
Jessica potentials now.
Locked her out the crib. Now look, I rock with you, bro. His name is Green Phoenix, by the way. I don't think I said that. You've been saucy every time you on screen, but he has not left that seat, nor did he change the pose. He's been hitting the Kratos the entire encounter. That guy's a problem. But Phoenix tells us the reason he's here. 18 years ago, his kingdom was attacked. Hundreds died because of the leader's order. All because he wanted some treasure. But he never thought a swordsman from a small kingdom could take his arm. That swordsman was killed, of course, but he had a disciple, which he told him all about the leader's weakness. I'm sure y'all get the point. He's here for vengeance. Not even dual wielding no more. This is personal. So the leader unsheaths his sword and turns into, I don't even know, change the dimension too. Like he's really getting into the spirit of things. Phoenix flips over the slash, turns himself into a bird, and I really don't know if that did any damage. Leader runs in airballing, and you know Phoenix got a sauce on his opponents every chance he get. But that's when he stands up. And they don't call him the smartest for no reason. He knew this was a feint attack.
I ain't a lot of animation is, man.
I told you, this is the best animation I've seen in a while, bro.
Oh god.
And it went straight to Netflix.
But this girl got in between them at the last second. And turns out she's a robot. So her being metal really just saved his life. Now it's not looking too good anymore. Doesn't look like he has another plan, so fuck it. We box. That's until they pull up 13 on the big screen. Redhead says she has about an hour left until the snake demons make their way for lunch. Now he puts up a front saying he doesn't care about her, but we know the truth. He dashes in, and dipped. I don't know. Maybe he could have won. The leader was looking spooked, but we gotta say 13.
I ain't gonna lie.
Later on, he decided
if he did not have to say, if he did not have to say 13,
I feel like he's
definitely
only doing
won.
this because she's sold. Now he
Bro
did
got
say
blood
he
coming out his
wasn't
mouth,
gonna
and
win,
he doing
but
that.
still,
Yeah.
I just know when they pulled her up on the IMAX screen, he was pissed.
Yeah, I know I would have been mad too. Hey, I'm winning, and then you pop.
Now
You
he's wanted by the entire Killer League. He can't fully teach her, so he tells her about another who can. Not gonna lie, I smell a team up coming with him and Seven. Y'all both are wanted by the entire world. It's gotta happen.
Facts, y'all might as well make a duo.
My favorite character.
Now the leader not gonna
This
let that
dude
fly.
is too cold.
Oh my god!
Yo, come on, bro. That's gotta be cheating. You're not supposed to be able to leave the boss arena. I was just talking about a team up. And
bro,
the season ends just like that. You gotta be kidding me. Look, I know I said I
And
was
he's
gonna
in
do
the-
season
and
5,
he's
but
in the
that junk
ending.
is
Yeah,
not
that
even
nigga
on
got cooked.
Netflix. It's on YouTube. I'm not risking that
Yeah,
strike. We're gonna have
it
to watch
is.
it on a
And
later
it's
date.
not even
But I
in
gotta give it to
English
y'all.
either.
Y'all put me on.
Season 5 up.
No, it's on YouTube, like the Korean version of it, but it's not in English. We gotta wait for it to go to Netflix. Yep, that was another episode. Scissor 7. Scissor 7 is incredible though. That was very like that. That made me want to rewatch Scissor 7 low key. Like it's really good.
Facts. The plot, the animation,
Facts.
all
The
the
smooth choreography.
Facts.
The choreography for me, like I love the choreography. Like I love how unique. Like it really like niggas boxing for it. Like they really put in thought in. Like somebody punching, you gonna try to weave that thing. Oh, yours, you weave that counter. I feel like Scissor 7 is like a real good depiction on how niggas would act if you drop anime powers in real life for real. Like you have some niggas that just trash for real. Some niggas that hone their abilities to like a godly level, and you just see niggas boxing every day. walking the street, someone say, "What? Fight and hit a giant fire blast." You like, wait, nigga, what? No, please.
For real. And every character got their own backstory too. Like you see some glimpse of their backstory and why they are where they're at and how it happened.
I want to know the thought process of that girl who jumped Seven in the beginning, the one that gave him that poison that made him forget his memories and stuff, the one that he was trying to protect. Like, I want to know what she did to make the whole Killer League want to kill her, and I want to know her thought process of, okay, the whole Killer League want me dead. Only this one dude saving my life, keeping them back. I'm gonna backstab him. I want to know what her thought process was, like what was clicking in her head. Okay,
Unless she probably thought
I know I'm supposed to get my head on a platter, and this guy saving me. I'm gonna let this guy save me. I'm not gonna backstab him.
Well,
You think just because you backstab somebody? No, because he's saving her. So even if she backstabbed him, it's just proving whatever she did in the beginning is like the real thing. That she is a real problem.
But that's another thing you don't know because there could have been a reason. She could have been like, "Oh, well, he's probably gonna take me back to this place or this or that or something like that," or you try to do something like she's probably thinking that, or she probably just thinking, "Oh no, he got to go. He got to go. I'm not
Yeah,
letting this slide."
but he trying to help her. He wasn't wanted. She was supposed to be deleted. Seven was supposed to be clipping her, but she got the clip on him. He was holding her up.
But then
he was
it's
already
like,
about to be one child.
Unless somebody wanted her alive, and she probably like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna give him the chance to take me captive or something." Even if he's trying to save me right now, what if he's taking me to somebody for, you know? I don't know.
Like a Florida death. You think oh, these niggas trying to get me out of here, but this nigga trying to save me. Maybe this nigga trying to I don't cause like your thought process, if you're wanted by the top 10 niggas of your island, and these island niggas are legitly equal to the greater than the science niggas, I feel like you had to do something crazy. Cause there ain't no way you can make 10 legendary niggas that mad that they sent everybody at you. Seven literally threatened their boss, which makes sense why he was like, yeah, everybody that's under me, go after this dude. What could she do, bro? What could she do?
She could have betrayed them. I don't know. It's a lot of questions. We just have to just see. That's all we're gonna have to do.
Yeah, for
real. I got a video too.
All right, man. That's the end of the episode, man. Let us know your thoughts on the video, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.